Here with Suzanne McLoughlin, who's a technical manager at Vinehealth Australia. Suzanne, why do growers need to take biosecurity seriously?
Great question. So taking biosecurity seriously is really important for growers. They are operating in a heightened biosecurity landscape. It's never been more likely that they could get an incursion of a pest or disease or weed. So they really need to be prepared for that. And what we're trying to do for growers is provide them with sort of toolkits and more awareness, etc., about what they can do to take it more seriously.
Cool. So how is the changing nature of the wine industry impacting on biosecurity?
Yep. Great question again. Well, at the moment, I guess there's a lot of different principles that are sort of coming together. So we definitely know, as you know, the rise and rise of the internet. There's a lot more people purchasing things, for example, online. We've got a lot more sea containers coming into Australia that pose a risk, in terms of being able to carry, say, hitchhiking pests, etc. There's more people who are trying to, say, import new varieties into Australia to broaden what we already have. So those are all, I guess, avenues where bringing those commodities into Australia as one component anyway, can come with a heightened risk of having a pest or disease or weed coming with that component into Australia. So it's something we really need to be aware of.
How has the centralisation of winemaking in the industry had an impact on biosecurity?
That's another interesting point. So, yeah, as you know, we do have, say, smaller regional wineries closing down, and some of the large companies in particular are operating out of sort of more, larger efficient wineries. And so what that's meaning is that we've got more cartage of grapes, grape products, juice, all the rest of it coming into our regions. And what that means is there's more movement between states of all of those risk vectors really for plant pests and diseases. So I guess it means that we need to be more alert and aware of quarantine requirements and make sure that everybody along the supply chain is adhering to those requirements.
Perfect. And what would be your 3 top biosecurity tips for growers?
Acknowledge that they are operating in this heightened biosecurity landscape and really understand what that means for them. So that means that they need to be more proactive in putting in place, say, farm gate hygiene procedures to protect themselves, and not only to protect themselves but also protect people in their region and interstate and everybody they interact with. Because as we know, biosecurity is a shared responsibility. We're not going to get an incursion that generally just affects one person. It's going to affect multiple people. So it's important that everybody plays their role. I guess in talking about farm gate hygiene, it can be simple as just asking someone where they've been in the last 3 weeks. So we know phylloxera, for example, can last for 21 days outside of being on grapevines, so without food. And so, it can be just as simple as saying, where have you been? Where has your machinery been in the last 3 weeks, for example?